Hey folks! Hi everyone, it's Nessa from Infinitely Zero's channel here. Just wanted to do a quick video and show a small purchase I made at Yarnspirations, as well as my take on this, Red Heart Granny Square yarn that came out of some months ago, and also show some of my current projects, not all of them, but just a few that I've been working on recently. So I wanted to show, I know I had shown this in some of my videos past. I made a bit more progress on, this is actually a pattern from Bag O Day Crochet from Crystal. And it's a Mary Maxim kit. So this is how far I've gotten. The pattern is called Beauty Runs Deep, and it's available. You don't have to buy the kit from Mary Maxim. I did buy the kit. You can also just watch the video tutorial for free and make it from the video tutorial. And this was the blanket that I decided to make. The kit that I bought, the colorway was with a purple, but I thought that purple looked too close to the, I'm not sure why that looks like that there. Okay. The, oh, it's just my little bit of my stitches separated there. The purple in that kit looked really close to this brown, like in tone. So I decided to change it to a dark blue, and I really love how it looks. And the blue that I decided to change to is actually a dark blue color called Midnight from Herrschners. Where'd it go? Oh, here it is. And it's the colorway Midnight. And I'm not going to go over all this yarn that's used in this. The other two, this one, I think it's light brown, the colorway, and this one is cottonwood, and those are the Mary Maxim value yarns, which you can find on their website, which looks like that. Yeah, it's the colorway light brown. And they're all category weight 4 worsted weight yarn, which is a category weight 4 yarn. They're 100% acrylic, all three of the yarns, and I'm using a 5.5 millimeter hook. And I also decided to, I'm still working on that Herrschner's kit. That's a baby blanket. That's on hold for right now until I figure out how I'm going to finish it and continue it. And I decided to start this kit, which I had bought at Herrschner's, which is a chrysanthemum afghan. It comes in different colorways. I decided to change the current colors that I'm doing it in, because I'm going to make it as a gift, and they like more greens and off-white colorways. So, and I decided to add gray as well. So I'll go over what yarns I'm using. Right now, this is the Herrschner's, sorry, that's like upside down. The Herrschner's worsted 8 in jade colorway is the green. And that's the wrong way. This is the right way. This is how much I have done so far. I started it over the weekend. And this gray is soft gray from Joann's Big Twist Value Yarn. It's right here, the soft gray colorway. These are also all worsted category 4 weight yarn. Sorry, I'm having issues with words today. And that also uses the same size hook. So that's how far I've gotten in this blanket. I think it looks really nice. And then the color that's going to follow is going to be one of the worsted. It's going to be, the next one is the Herrschner's worsted 8 Aran colorway, and then their Heather's colorway, the Teal Lake, and that's going to be the main colors that I use for this blanket. And now to show, and again, that's what that pattern is. And I wanted to say thank you and welcome to all my any new subscribers and all my usual current subscribers. Thank you so much for coming back. And for those of you who haven't already, please click the like button below. And please subscribe to the channel if you like the if you like the content. Thank you so much. So I decided, I saw that there was some boxes on Yarnspirations that were for sale that came with 6 skeins of this new granny skein yarn. It was 2 of each colorway. This is the colorway called Soft White Citrus Twist. I had mixed feelings about this yarn. I looked at a lot of different reviews. A lot of people didn't like it. Some people kind of did like it. I saw last week, Repeat Crafter Me, that she has a video out on YouTube concerning tips and tricks about doing these squares, and I decided to watch that. So actually, I know a lot of people got frustrated because they couldn't keep the tension and their squares wouldn't come out. Mine came out just fine. I did watch her video though. I know I do crochet loosely. So I decided to, from the start, go down to a crochet hook size H8, which is a 5mm crochet hook. And I listened to some of her tips, of how much to leave in the beginning. And then actually more of the problem that I had was sometimes I tightened my tension too much because I was worried that I was going to run out of yarn. And then I had some of the color from that current row that I was working on. I had too much left over. Oh, sorry. I had too much left over and I needed to actually frog it back so that I could loosen up my tension a bit so that I would use up my yarn and actually have enough for each round. And I followed the directions that they have here on how to do the granny square. It's within the inside of the label. It's within here. But pretty much it's you have the double crochet, 3 double crochet together and then a chain 1. And those are the clusters that are here in between. Well, not clusters, but these are the stitches that are here in between. And then when you get to your corners, it's 3 double crochet with a chain 3 double crochet. And I know a lot of people make them that have a lot less chains in there so they can have less gaps. So I think that's personal preference, but if you want to take advantage of the yarn, it's best, I think, to figure out what works best for you as far as using it. I will say the yarn, it's not as rough as the regular Super Saver. It's not as soft as some other acrylic yarns. And actually, depending the colorway, this colorway is a little softer than these other 2. This orange with yellow, because sometimes depending the colors is how rough the yarn is. So this one is actually rougher than these 2. And the box actually came with these 3 colors, and it was 2 skeins of each color. I don't know if they still have it on the Yarnspirations site for sale. It seemed like it was a discounted price, and then I was able to find a 20% off coupon, and on their website, I think if you order $100 or more or something like that, you get free shipping. And I also managed to get a free gift. So this colorway is the Soft White Shadow Ombre. Sorry. And that's what the squares kind of look like. And it's a black with like a buff color in there. I would think that's buff. And then a soft white color. And a gray. And I'll read the specs in a second. And then this one is called Erin Soft Sky. So it's like 2 different shades of blue with the buff colorway. And this is the Erin colorway. So when they say that first initial color of either soft white or Erin, you know that if you want to buy extra of one of the main colors of the squares, usually this outer color, you can buy that separate as a solid color, and then you can join the squares with that color. So that usually is the indicator of the first color for your colorway for these. And these are considered a category 4 weight medium, and I'd agree with that. They recommend a 5.5 millimeter hook, US I9, or 5 millimeter US 8 knitting needles. Here is the gauge, what your square should measure, which is a 15 by 15 centimeter square or a 6 inch by 6 inch square. And they say that one skein equals 14 squares. I haven't used a whole one. Like, this is the first and only square I've done with this yarn. I actually waited because I was able to get that box, and it was already on sale, and I got the coupon on top of it, so these came out to less than $5 each, maybe $4 something. So I was definitely waiting for the price to drop, because other places I had seen them for selling for like $10 a skein, and I wasn't gonna pay that. I felt like that price was overpriced. And it comes with 8.8 ounces or 250 grams, 417 yards or 381 meters. And I'm pretty sure this is machine wash and dry. Yeah, and they have the directions for the, says made in India. I think the washing directions are like in the inside of the skein, but I'm pretty sure it's, yeah, care. Machine wash warm, gentle cycle, tumble dry low. Do not over dry, do not iron, do not bleach, do not dry clean. For best results on the fringe, hand wash and lay flat to dry. And it has the pattern for the vest on here. You could probably find it also on Yarnspirations site or use their QR code to get to the site. So yeah, so all these three are all the same size, same specifications. So that was pretty cool. And like I mentioned before, you know, maybe play with the hook size. Apparently some people use maybe a bigger hook when they're starting off, and then when they get to the fourth or fifth row here on the square, the more outer rows, they actually change hook size and go down a hook size so that their tension changes, or you just change your tension to tighter to make sure that you have enough. But you'll need to play around with it to see what works with you on how you crochet, because everybody's tension with crocheting is different. Even depending your mood on the day, it can vary. So yeah, so that's why the label was off with this. So I got these like a week or two ago, and I wanted to wait to share it until I had a square done up so that I could show the square and I could talk about my experience with it. So honestly, I'm actually surprised. I actually had a way more pleasant experience making that square than I thought I would. And I really didn't mind frogging back a little bit, like a row or two, to get it right, as opposed to weaving in ends. I rather do that than weave in a ton of ends, which is why I usually haven't really done a lot of granny square projects. And it wasn't something I really did when I was younger, when I had learned how to crochet. I mean, I had done the 3 double crochet together, but I didn't really put them into squares. So yeah, so I got this cool little sewing kit, a compact sewing kit, as a free gift from Yarnspirations for my purchase. So that was pretty neat. It comes with like a little scissors and buttons and pins and safety pins and a metal thimble. So this is pretty. And a seam ripper. So that's pretty handy to have. And I also decided I had seen a really cool pattern. Oh, I didn't bring the magazine over here. I had seen a really cool hexagon pattern on Yarnspirations site. So I decided that it would look really cool to make it in this, I think this side looks better, in this Super Saver Ombre yarn. This is the colorway Hot Sauce. I actually have not seen this colorway for sale at Joann's or Walmart, at least not my local Walmart. So I bought enough to make it in this one. And yes, this is scratchy and rough, but honestly, after you wash it and you dry it, it's nice and soft and it's fine. That removes the sizing chemical that's on the yarn. But I know some people have issues with Super Saver. I like it. It's fine. I grew up using it, so my grandma would use it. It's what I knew. It's the first sort of yarns that I used when I was young, almost 30 plus years ago, and some of the stuff that my grandmother made still is fine, intact, looks great. So it's lasted more than 40 years, you know, it's lasted more than 40 years or 30 years. So anyways, but you know, there's different tastes for everything, and the same goes with yarn and different colors. And so if you don't like it, that's fine too. The Super Saver Ombre, the skein comes with 482 yards, 440 meters, and it's 10 ounces or 283 grams. And yeah, some people just don't like how it feels when they're working with it, or it irritates their skin. This is also a medium 4-weight yarn, and they recommend the same for the hook sizes and the needle sizes, the 5.5 or I9 crochet hook, or 5mm size 8 knitting needles, machine wash and dry, and they give more instructions in the inside part. And again, it's 100% acrylic, and I believe they're both both of these have that OEKO-TX standard 100, so it's been tested for, you know, against harmful substances to make sure it doesn't have that. So this one has that seal, and so does this one, because I know somebody was mentioning to me that they didn't the other day, and I'm like, no, I'm looking at a skein, I'm pretty sure it does. So yeah, so I think I covered everything for this. Again, it's 482 yards or 440 meters, 10 ounces, 283 grams. So these granny square yarns are 417 yards, so it's a little less than these bigger ombre skeins, but that's not too bad. It's not that much less. So that's nice. And then I also bought a few of this. This is the, I believe, the hickory. Yeah, the hickory colorway. So it's some really beautiful browns. And I hadn't used it before, so I only bought 3, but I'm pretty excited to see how it'll look. Maybe it'll be like a nice poncho or something. That'll be cool. So it's a dark brown with like a medium brown, a lighter shade of brown, and then like a light tan color. And yeah, they don't have a picture of it worked up here. Like they have one of their blue colorway. But yeah, so that's everything I wanted to show you guys in this video. So thanks so much for watching, and have a great night or day. Thanks. Bye.